Packing up, ready to go to college. Praying mother, gift from God. Rolling down 55, 74, East Peoria, about to cross the bridge. Mitchell Anderson lands in Peoria.
This tremendous court will now and forevermore be named to honor one of the greatest players ever to wear a Bradley uniform. He was a player with a jump shot as smooth as silk and a heart as large as a lion. This is a man, of course, we all know and love. A man of tremendous courage, one who traveled the world living his dream. And isn't that what Bradley University is all about? Dreaming big dreams. This man did it. And on that journey, he made friends and he made fans wherever he went. He touched hearts along the way. And when he came to the hilltop from Chicago, he acquired the name JJ, not only for the resemblance to the actor you may remember, Jimmy J.J. Walker, but also because, like that actor, he brightened every room he entered with that contagious smile that lightened up and brightened up a room. When this brave graduated, he had led Bradley to its first NIT championship in 18 years and was MVP of that tournament. He was a Sporting News All-American in 1982, and he had the third most points in the Valley history behind two players I think you may have heard of. Oscar Robertson and Larry Bird. Pretty incredible. During this storied career, he had the most points in school history. More than Paul, more than Bob, more than Chet the Jet, and more than Roger. His number then joined theirs in the rafters of the Civic Center as being retired forever, and rightfully so. His skill and statistics were simply awesome, but I won't go on and on about them because, as you know, they are part of our proud Bradley basketball history. Besides his gifted athletic career, which continues today, I might add, as Director of Pro Personnel of the Grizzlies, this Bradley great is a gentle and humble soul with tremendous inner strength, tremendous courage, and tremendous passion for life. He gives back to his community, and we are so glad and so proud that he has stayed in touch with his roots here on the hilltop. We will forever be in his heart and forever proud to claim him as a Bradley Brave. And now this player will be immortalized right here on this court in this arena, immortalized so that every Bradley student athlete who plays here forevermore will know his name and his contributions. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to present to you the Mitchell J.J. Anderson Court. J.J., it is our privilege to put your name on this court. May our players learn from your outstanding example and may they have the great success both on the basketball floor and off of it as you have had. Thank you, and God bless you for being a Bradley Brave.
As I look at those in attendance today, I see representatives from the 40s to today. There is something truly to be said about once a brave, always a brave. And especially your teammates that are here. That makes today even more special, I know, for you, because of the love and respect that you had for them, and certainly showing that to you today. Our basketball program is led by an alum. A 1986 grad, you know about the history of his team and his time here. Missouri Valley Conference champion, and like Mitchell, was named to the top 15 players of all time in our history. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Bradley Braves, Jim Lest.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor, Jay, to be a part of this dedication today. As you can see, the building that you created, so much energy, enthusiasm, some unbelievable memories, that building is gone. Thank goodness. It was running on its last leg. What today is about is making sure the legacy of you lives on. And that's why I'm proud to be a part of this today. They say the mark of a special person leaves indelible footprints. And JJ, for Bradley University, for Central Illinois, you have left some massive footprints. I think it's easy to go back to the history books and look at points, assists, rebounds, games won, and championships. And I think that's important, but I think what your family, your friends, your teammates, your coaches will attest to is more so than statistics, you touched many more lives and still continue to do that. And that's a significant part of the reason why your name is on the floor. I remember following your footsteps, those massive footsteps, when I went to Utah. They didn't know much about Bradley and Salt Lake City other than to know that that's where J.J. Anderson was from. And I remember Frank Layden pulling me aside and saying, we build our organization on having talent. We build our organization on having character. And I am unbelievably disappointed that J.J. Anderson is no longer here because we couldn't afford him. A team in Europe offered him too much money. I remember Karl Malone coming up to me when he found out that I had gone to Bradley, and we all remember J.J. back in the day and his stature and, slight build, and the mailman said, I think you weigh more than the last guy from Bradley who was here. He was probably right. In Europe, Jay, you made some more footprints. I think the nickname that we heard most back here in the States was, he's the Michael Jordan of Europe. Not just because of his game, but because of his personality, because of the aura that surrounded who you were. A pretty impressive comparison. And now I'll fast forward to about a year ago. We're putting the final touches on this building. And yes, we've got some unbelievable bells and whistles and modern day resources. But we didn't want to lose sight of who we are and the tradition and history that makes up this university and this program. So I had an idea, and I quickly called Coach Versace. And I think you know how much that man loves you and what he thinks about you. He quickly got on the phone, and within a couple days, I was having lunch with Mr. Heisley and Coach Versace. Now, you know both those men very well. How many words do you think I got in during that lunch? There were stories, there was banter, I think there were a few arguments, I just sat there silently, waiting for an opportunity. The bill came. I think you know who paid. And I wasn't sure whether I was going to get that opportunity. And finally, not knowing whether they forgot I was there, Mr. Heisley turned to me and said, "Well, young man, what can I do for you?" And I said, "Well, what I want to do is I want to talk about someone that I know that you love and respect, and I want to tell you what he means to Bradley basketball." J.J. Anderson was an unbelievably talented basketball player that could have gone to any college, any university in the country. He chose Bradley. He chose Bradley because it's a special place, because it's a smaller environment, it's personal attention. He made a great decision. He made a great decision. And all of us can attest to the greatness that he was on the basketball floor. And what JJ did, as I said, is in the record books. But when he left, what people talked about most was who he was as a person. Genuine, honest, charismatic, humble, a great teammate, a graduate. And I asked Mr. Heisley, I said, I need some help. That's the name that we want on our floor. That's the name I want our guys to aspire to be. The Braves of today, our future Braves, to encompass all of those characteristics. Yes, be a great player, but even more importantly, be a great person. Be a great student athlete. And I'm so grateful, Mr. Heisley, that you were receptive. And then, Jay, I'm just going to tell you, made another footprint, because without blinking an eye, without hesitation, he said, "I love J.J. Anderson. I want to make this happen." So here we sit today. Jay, I'll just tell you, it'll be an honor every day to come to work in this building, to be the coach and look at your name on the floor, and I know our players feel the same way. So thank you very much. Without further ado, I do want to introduce the man who made this happen. Success starts from the top. You heard from our president of our university, who gives us great energy, enthusiasm, and leadership. Well, I've also gotten to know a man by the name of Michael Heisley, who brings that same leadership qualities, that great energy and enthusiasm, that he's got a franchise in the Memphis Grizzlies that a lot of people are talking about. Unbelievably successful businessman, but more importantly, a genuine person and a genuine humanitarian. Mr. Michael Heisley.
Thank you very much. I can't tell you how proud I am to be associated with Bradley and with this endeavor. I have nothing but great feeling for this university, because since I got involved with the Grizzlies, I had the pleasure of being involved with a number of people that were closely associated with Bradley. Initially, Dick Versace introduced me to a number of these people: Tom Penn, Mitchell Anderson, Double D, and I'm sure I'll leave out a couple of people, but there was a whole group of people that really formed the nucleus of what we did when we first started.